Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Wherever you're tuning in from, this is Baraton TV, here and hereafter. This is also the exclusive panel, the only place you get interesting interviews, especially for these contestants who are running for various positions in the Sabu election. Tonight, on the 20th of February 2022, in studio, I'm joined with beautiful ladies from off-campus. The off-campus have always been said to be ugly. This time round, we're going to prove whether that is actually true. They are very, very beautiful. In studio, once again, we're going to have postgraduate representatives later after this discussion. So don't go far immediately after this discussion. We're going to go straight to this discussion. How was your day, beautiful ladies?
Good.
Okay, are you sure?
Yes.
Let's get from you.
Yeah, actually on my side it was very nice, and I really thank God.
Okay, are you scared?
I'm not scared.
Oh, okay. How was your day?
My day was great, and I thank God for that because He has enabled me to be here tonight, and I thank God for this.
All right,
time.
all right.
Yeah.
Bit of tension?
Yes.
You okay?
Yes.
All right, how was your day?
My day was good.
Okay,
No problem. I thank God.
all right. Please kindly introduce yourselves, your name, maybe your major, and why you're here. All right, let's begin from there.
I'm Faith Toraitich Jabet. I'm in third year studying education science, maths, chemistry, and I'm aspiring for the Senator of Campus Ladies.
Senator of Campus, ladies. All right, in the middle.
Okay, my name is Gladys Ngerote, and I'm a third year student, and I'm taking mathematics and chemistry in the School of Education under the Department of Mathematics, Physics and Chemistry, and I'm studying here as an aspirant, vying for off-campus ladies senator, and I'm ready to serve my people and to lead them the way they should be.
All right, thank you very much. And finally, next to me.
Yeah, I'm Koba Jennifer. I'm a second year student, 2.2. I'm from the Department of Education, Humanities and Social Science, majoring English Literature, and I'm contesting for Senator of Campus Ladies. The zeal has driven me to go for the seat, and I'm ready to serve the students outside there and to their residential needs.
All right.
Yeah.
To the voters, I'm sure you've listened to these ladies in studio. It's always been men and men and men. I've never interviewed ladies. These are just ladies. Maybe this position attracted only ladies. Of course, the post itself says off-campus senator ladies. We're gonna go straight to the discussion. What exactly motivated you into this position? Gladys,
Yes.
was it the money?
Nope.
Okay, tell us.
Okay, what motivated me in this position is that despite being that for Sabu, guys that they have been there since, not that they didn't work together, but as much as I'm concerned, I take this as a calling to me because I've been serving several positions, even in the school of, like in this university, yes, I've been serving and leading my students. And I also believe when I get this position, that is of campus ladies senator, I'm going to lead them and serve them. I make sure that their rights have been upheld according to the laws which govern us here in Baraton University.
All right, well done. Jennifer,
Yes, please.
what motivated you to run for this particular position and not any other?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I'm Koba Jennifer, as I've been said earlier, and vying for the seat senator of campus ladies. What surely or actually anticipated me to go for the seat of serving students outside there, or we call them off-campus students. I had the zeal and the conviction. I remember when I entered this school as a freshman. Yeah, we were only freshmen at the school, and actually it is a calling from God that I am a servant. Yeah, servant leadership is part of me, and when I entered this school, I thank God because they chose me to be there. representative, and I was serving them. I remember that time we were the only freshmen in the school. And after they elected me, we could meet out there, we could mingle at school, because now I was popular among them. They could meet me, tell me the challenge they are facing outside there, so that I may bring them to the deans and the administration. Now I saw after the resuming of all students came back, we went around with the mingling with our friends, and I saw there are so many issues that we are going through there, and that still motivated me that when I go for this post, not any other post, not presidential seat, not school seat, I wanted off-campus ladies, so that I may go and with the wisdom God will give me to serve the students and make sure that they are in a good condition. They are balancing between class and outside, mingling well. I just want them to have to Baraton Center, or whenever they are living, to be a very conducive environment for them, giving them good health.
Okay. Well done. And finally, Faith Torotich, what motivated you?
What motivated me to vie for the position of a senator of campus lady is my problems and your problems as a off-campus student and a lady. There are many problems we are facing outside there, and it requires someone who is ready to work with the students, who is ready to make them their priority in everything. And I think that I can be the best person for them. I believe I can be the best person for them, because I'm ready to put them my first priority, and I believe that.
All right, beautiful. All of you have got very, very good and ambitious points. Well, have you read the Constitution of Sabu? I believe you have read. Since you're running for this position, you'll be guided by the Constitution of Sabu. Well, what are your roles outlined in the Sabu Constitution? Who wants to go first? It's a free chance. I'll choose. Let's begin here. Jennifer.
Thank you. Sabu Constitution, it is at Article 8, Chapter 4, that states the roles of the off-campus, this position of off-campus, the roles that when I be elected as a senator off-campus lady, I'm going to do or to serve them. Number one is, I'll begin with the list, to build the rapport between the students and the lecturers. Like outside there is so many challenges these students are facing, and when they come to class, they think that when a lecturer is lecturing, they feel like the teacher is lecturing us, and she or he don't know what we are going through outside there. So these students won't concentrate to what actually the teacher is teaching. Now, like as
okay, maybe let me just ask you to list them first. Then, if need be, we will elaborate what they actually mean. So, you've said build rapport?
Okay. To build rapport.
Okay.
Okay, number 2 is to ensure that to facilitate or to give facilities from the administration to the students, because we are going to serve students.
Okay.
All
right, just that's okay. Those are 2, right? Okay. Which constitution is that?
The Sabu Constitution.
Okay. Let's go to Gladys. Do you know your roles?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, some of the roles from the Sabu Constitution, as they've been mentioned, to help the student achieve what they don't get from their places where they live.
Okay.
Yes, so students should have, being elected as a senator of campus ladies, I should be able to know the needs of my student and get what is required for them to benefit their life while at their residence. Again, when I'll be elected as a senator of campus ladies, I should be able to know the amount, or maybe they are all about how they participate, and how they participate with their landlords and their landladies at the residence where they live, and how they utilize those resources that they have been given by their their landlords in their residence.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very, very much. Faith Torotich, what have you got to say?
According to the constitution, sub-constitution, the latest one, 2021, there are no roles given to the off-campus ladies, and according to my position.
All right.
But my roles are according to the grievances of my students, not my students, my fellow comrades and ladies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was asking. Which constitution is it that Jennifer and Gladys read?
It is 2019-2020.
The same constitution that she read?
No.
Is it the same constitution, Gladys?
No.
Well, maybe your constitution papers were taken off.
No, that is the latest constitution,
Okay.
sub-constitution.
So actually, there are no roles in your in the constitution, in the amended constitution.
Sure, there is no.
And I'm wondering why you guys are even struggling. I mean, you just be paid. You have no work.
No.
Okay.
There are lots of work to do from the outside school that is for campus men and women.
Okay, but who gives you that work? The constitution is actually the guide that tells you what to do. It tells you that you are the senator and that this is your work. So what work are you guys going to do?
No, despite being that there are no roles in the constitution, the current constitution, as from the off-campus guys, we have so many challenges that we face from the outside.
Okay.
Despite maybe the administration, they don't see it, but for us, we know and we've come across those challenges. That's why we are here to start. For the off-campus guys, we want to help them and lead them on the right way, because a leader is the one who shows it and guides the way. Now I want to help them in this way and show them the way and work with them.
Okay.
While helping them, yes.
Okay. It's a good idea. Yes, I agree with you. But still, I insist, there are no roles in your post. So I wonder what you guys will be doing. I mean, for the rest of the senators and the executive, their roles are outlined directly in the Constitution. And for instance, ministers, the senators, they have their roles. Senators, all the senators, off-campus ladies, off-campus men, off-campus, in-campus senators for the presidential, no roles. How are you going to solve this once you get into parliament?
Okay.
Because you actually have no roles.
Okay, and then before the teacher gets in class to teach, he has a plan, and he or she knows what has carried him or her from the office to the class.
Okay.
He need to have something to tell the student or to teach that she wants to achieve that lesson. Like for me, I wouldn't have given my name to be a senator off-campus lady without having any agenda in my mind that I want to fulfill this agenda. Despite that it is not stated in the late constitution, but we have, I mentioned earlier, it is Article 8, Chapter 4, under the Congress. Yeah, there is some roles that we need to partake.
Whose roles? Whose roles are you talking about?
The roles of the members of the Congress.
Members of the Congress does not necessarily mean senator off campus.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
for instance, female or ladies.
Yeah, I hadn't finished my points.
Okay.
Okay, like despite those, because it is a constitution, and before going for this seat, I was to go through the constitution to see the rules of this department, rules of this, rule of that, and then before I went to see those rules, I had in my mind that these off-campus students are struggling. Yes. How will we continue singing this song that off-campus students are struggling, off-campus students are not in good position? Why can't I stand up and go and air these things out so that the administration could come and help, or the school at large? And then if my role is not stated in the constitution, I need now to air it out that I need to do this. I have my agenda that I want administration to help. Like off-campus students are crying of water. I want the administration to help me solve that problem. Off-campus students are crying for sanitation. May the administration help me to join hands together with the landlords to solve those problems. Students are living outskirts of Barasi. They need help. There is no street light. There is no whatever. I need to air it out, despite it's not stated, but I want now to, if it is not there, it have to be there, so that I know this is what I want to do. And if it's not there, I can now have the agenda that you can place it there.
All right. Have you ever tried looking for a job anywhere?
Here in school?
Anywhere in the world?
Yeah, I tried.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once you were given that job, what job are you applying for? Number one,
Yeah.
that there's a specific job you're asking for.
Yeah.
Once you get that job, does the boss tell you, okay, get in and do the job, when you don't know what job you're doing?
No.
Okay, then you must have at least job description.
Sure.
And the Constitution is a document that actually guides all SABU members. So maybe if I would ask you guys to go and resign today because you have no jobs, let's save the money from the, going on waste. Will you guys take my advice?
For
Okay.
me,
Okay, for me,
Okay, let me get from Gladys.
for me, I will not resign because I want the rights of my people to be listened to.
Okay.
Yes. Because even if the roles, our roles, maybe they are not in the Constitution, I should work hand in hand with the administration. I show them that for us, the roles that we should be following, maybe they are not in the Constitution. And what you can do, you will help us so that these roles, they may be stipulated in the Constitution. And from then, we will be able to solve more and have more for off-campus guys. Because in fact, outside there, they are very struggling.
Okay.
They have so many challenges, and they need to be tackled.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe Faith, what procedures or what steps do we take to amend the Constitution? Because what Gladys is actually mentioning is that you guys need to amend the Constitution and get your roles in the Constitution. So what steps do we need to take to amend the Constitution?
The steps to take to amend the Constitution.
Yes.
First, it by bringing up the problems we have.
Okay.
Approaching the first is the dean of the off-campus ladies, telling them the problems we have. Then maybe she can forward to the administration. Then they see that really issues outside there that needs to be tackled and needs to be seen by the administration, so that we can learn properly in class.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's my question is still this, I'll repeat again. What steps do we take? I mean, what does it take to change or amend the Constitution? Any law, any section of the Constitution? Probably you don't know.
Yeah.
I will help you. The Constitution cannot just be changed anyhowly. It is something that will be changed by you in the Senate, in the Congress. And for this to happen, you must present number one. This Constitution, this is an amended Constitution, which whoever changed the last government said that it should not be changed for the next 2 years. So basically, even if I tell you what to do, you cannot be able to do it.
Yeah.
And unless you change the Constitution, and unless you're allowed to change the Constitution, you cannot change it. And there are also procedures that has to be followed. So I don't know whether these off-campus men, ladies, on-campus senators, I mean, I don't even know if you have the job. But anyway, by faith, let's proceed with this interview. By faith, let's proceed with this interview. I believe that you guys have read the Constitution. Have you? I'm afraid maybe asking so many hard questions. Do you guys know the executive? The executive? In Sabu, we have executive, we have the senators, we have the congressmen. Do you guys have any idea about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Who are the executive?
Okay, the executive, the first one is the president.
Okay.
The second one is the deputy president.
Okay.
Then the third one is CS,
Okay.
gender.
Okay, hold it there.
Yeah.
Do you have any other?
Secretary
Secretary
General.
General.
Okay, Secretary General, okay.
Yeah.
We have CS sport.
Okay, hold the horses. Hold.
Thank you.
Okay.
We have CS Sports.
Okay, CS Sports.
And the academics.
Those are executive. So in Sabu, there is There is the letters SEC, abbreviation SEC. What is
Cabinet
it?
Secretary.
SEC. Abbreviation SEC. You wanna try?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The Speaker of Electoral Committee.
Okay, Speaker Electoral Committee. You're close, but not correct. Okay. Okay, what did you guys just answer me? I asked you some question before. Sabu Executive Council. Sabu Executive?
Council.
Okay, so it stands for the same thing. Sabu Executive Council. So you guys need to read the Constitution because you'll be using, this is a very important document. Apart from just presenting problems to the people out there, or for the people, you still need to read the Constitution. And I'm even afraid of asking you. Okay, let's move away from the Constitution. Let's go to one thing that you guys, I'm sure you're used to. Maybe what are the aims and objectives of Sabu Welfare Fund? Do you guys know about the Welfare Fund?
Yeah.
Okay, why do we have it?
Okay, the Sabu
One.
Welfare Fund.
If you have 1 point, just do 1 point. Leave the rest for leave the rest
Okay.
for your friends.
Thank you. Like the one function of the Sabu funds, like the previous committee or the previous Sabu executive, they had a project of building apartments in school to cater for the off-campus, those students who don't have the money to pay for the rent. So that money was used. These people were to use some amount of money to build the apartments that will cater for the students outside.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So secondly, another objective for the welfare of Sabu is in case...
I'm talking about the welfare fund.
The
I'm being
welfare
specific,
fund.
yes.
Okay, welfare fund, maybe a student may lose their beloved.
Okay.
And so that money is used maybe to comfort the person.
Okay.
And to say, to comfort the person whom he or she has lost a friend, or maybe not a friend, but a close friend from their family.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Welfare fund.
Welfare fund.
Why do we have it?
The welfare fund, according to what I know, is to help the students who are not able to afford their needs and their needs actually.
What sort of needs are you talking about?
Sort of needs, yeah.
Food,
Yeah,
shelter,
food,
clothing.
shelter,
Okay.
fees.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to assign to look for them and see them through their problems.
Okay, so Gladys, you've mentioned that the welfare fund is actually one of the aims and objectives is to actually help those people who've lost their loved ones. So please explain to your friends, what is this welfare fund?
The welfare fund is, I think this is the amount that we do pay during and in each and every semester that we register.
Okay.
These are
How much do you pay?
100 Kenya
Okay.
shillings. We pay this money so that, it's there to help students, those who are in need, and maybe from what I've said, those who have lost their parents and maybe their beloved ones from there at home.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me ask Jennifer, you always pay 100 shillings.
Yeah.
Why do you always pay that 100 shillings to SACCO?
Yeah, number one, because money can tempt someone.
Okay.
Money can tempt someone. Like when you give me cash, obviously, when I'm passing on my way to a home, I can be tempted to buy banana. So because of that,
Wait, let me just cut you short because you're deviating from my question.
Yeah.
Have you ever paid 100 shillings to SACCO?
Yeah, I have.
What is it called? We have the club fee.
Yeah.
And then what else?
We have the departmental fee.
Departmental, of course, which is club fee.
Yeah. And then we have also this one of the dean.
Okay, so this one for the dean is the one I'm asking for.
Yeah.
What is it called?
That is the sub.
Okay.
for the sub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Faith,
Yeah.
you also pay 100 shillings
Yeah.
every semester. Where does that money go to?
It goes to the school circle.
Okay.
Yeah.
What for? It's staying there. It's in millions right now. By now, if you paid from the time you came, if all students paid in just going to circle, then it must have been billions.
Yeah,
So what is it
must
used
be
for?
billions.
What is it used for?
It is used to help the students.
Okay. What sort of students?
The sorts of students who don't who can't have, maybe they have problems to raise the issues of fees and their usage of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll send you to the circle kindly and go and confirm what you pay the money for. Otherwise, let's move on. As a senator female for representing off campus, you definitely may find cases that are very extraordinary. Perhaps lesbianism. You know about lesbianism? Do I need to explain about that? Are you getting me?
Yes.
Do you have any law in the student handbook that can be used to deal with this case? And if yes, what does it say? If no, what corrective measure can you propose if for these individuals who are found doing these things like lesbianism, since you're dealing with the ladies? Should I repeat the question?
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
No need of repeating the question. Yeah, like you said, this issue of lesbianism. Yeah, it is in students' handbook where now they haven't mentioned the word lesbianism,
Okay.
but they have mentioned cohabitation.
Okay.
Yeah, like outside there in Baraton Center, outside the outskirts of Barasi, we have so many people cohabiting and so many things they are doing.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You've seen them? You've seen them?
Okay.
You know them? You know them? Have you ever reported them? Anyway, continue.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, there is this case, and some have been caught. They have been brought to the dean of campus to handle the issue. Yeah, the issue is there, and most probably when a person is found they are found cohabiting, they are taken to the dean, or if they are resistant, the dean could take their ID number, phone number, and whatsoever. Then
Okay, let's stick to the handbook.
yeah.
What does the handbook say about this? Is what I'm interested with. And if there is something it says, if there's nothing that it says, then what do you propose? What do you propose for this type of acts if these students are caught? Okay, you already said there's something in the handbook.
Yeah.
So, what would you also propose?
Yeah, like the handbook is against cohabitation.
Okay.
And then as for me, senator, aspiring to be senator of campus ladies, like these students, yes, they need their privacy, despite that law that they shouldn't cohabit.
Okay.
But they also need their privacy. Like we can get others are married from home.
Wait, lesbianism. We have some lesbianism from home.
Yeah, not necessarily that lesbianism is here at school. Even back at home, this act
Because we're
is
talking
seen.
about a specific misconduct,
Yeah,
which is listed. You've said it's listed in the handbook.
yeah.
Lesbianism. So, do you have some students who are married? You said you've seen a couple of them cohabiting.
Yeah.
Do you have some that are married? Lesbians?
No, those who are married, we cannot say that they are cohabiting or they are doing lesbianism,
Okay.
but they are married. In fact, some have marriage certificate.
Wait, the lesbians?
The lesbians don't have the married certificate, but
Yes,
those who are
yes.
married,
Okay.
yeah, those who are married are the one who have the married certificate, because
Married in what sense? We're talking about lesbianism. Do you have married lesbians on campus?
no,
That's what I'm asking.
no,
So if they are caught, okay, let's maybe are you done?
no.
Okay. Kindly finish.
Okay. You asked that if there is those students who are doing cohabitation or lesbianism, you asked me that what am I like, say, when I'm be elected as senator
Yes,
of campus
yes.
ladies, what action will I take?
What proposal will you give as a senator for ladies to be taken for these people who do lesbianism and all those sort of things?
Yeah. My point is, when we take these people like when we caught them, we bring them to the dean and we put them under probation. Then after sometimes they are released, we won't help them.
Okay.
What I can propose is, when this person is caught, no need of putting him or her under probation.
Okay.
Just take her to the guiding and counseling session. Maybe this person is used to and is addicted to, but the more we advise her, the more we talk to him or her, the person will withdraw from the act.
Okay, so pressure.
Yeah.
But from counseling. All right, so let's move to Gladys.
Okay, according to me, I haven't come across any of the two. That is, you've asked about the lesbianism in Baraton University. But I've heard of cases that people have been caught while cohabiting at night, maybe during the day. Okay, we may accept it because people have been caught, but now the measure that it's in the handbook that they should go for probation, I don't think that is a better one for them, because when we send somebody from school, you send him or her at home, maybe he or she has been caught cohabiting. You know, while he or she goes there, not that he's going to stop it, he's going to continue and to be more worse. Now for me, in case someone may be caught cohabiting, that is maybe at night or during the day.
Lesbianism.
Not
Let's keep it there.
Okay, even if it's a lesbianism.
Okay, I'm being specific.
Okay.
Because I want to see how you deal with such issues.
According to me, if somebody is caught, he's a lesbian. Okay, in the act, he's a lesbian. Yes. The correct measure is just being taken to a guidance and counsel person, to counsel the person and to guide him or her and show the person the ways and try to tell him or her and talk to him or her and tell them the correct way to go, not just being a lesbian.
All right.
It's not good at all. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Faith.
Yes. To your issue is about the lesbianism.
Yes. For instance, if you're going to be elected as senator, you may, remember I used the word you may, come across ladies who practice lesbianism. I have not said you'll come across, maybe you will not, but just in case, if you may, I asked, is there any law from the handbook, student handbook, or corrective measures that is actually mentioned? And if it's there, at least tell us what it is. If it's not there, then what proposals would you give for such cases?
I haven't come across the measures to give to the lesbian if they've gotten the action.
Okay.
But in students, we have three different things: the education side, the spiritual side, and the social life. So the social life should be addressed, which that means a person socializing. And in case someone is exercising those acts, then the best measure is to approach with the professionals, a pastor or a counselor, of which he attend the sessions, or they attend the sessions. They will be solve their problems, but not to go direct to the administration.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you didn't sell them off to the administration.
Yeah, it's to
you
advise
prefer
them
to first
first.
go through a counselor, maybe someone else who can help.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Let me give you another challenge to see how you deal with it. There are two needy students. We have so many needy students around, by the way, and these two needy students are of opposite gender. Okay. And these two are actually sharing a room. They are of opposite gender. Then they, of course, they're doing this to save on the cost of maybe rent or food or gas or buying the bed or all those things. And you find out that these two are actually staying together. As a senator for off-campus female, what action or what steps would you take?
Okay.
After, of course, you've found about this, they've explained to you, oh, you know, we're staying here because we don't have money, our parents are like this, maybe I don't have a father, I don't have a mother, and I'm staying with this. Remember, the rule that you've given, you said that the handbook is against cohabiting. So this would be sort of cohabiting. So you as a senator of campus, female or ladies, what steps would you take?
Okay, according to me, if I get such a case, first of all, I will call them and I'll try to talk to them and see where maybe they are their relatives, you never know. And maybe if not, they are not relatives, maybe they are friends from school. And now, because it is against the handbook for students to stay together for people who are in different genders. Okay, to my case, I will go directly and ask the dean, not that I'm going to report them so that they may be put under probation, but I will be going there straight just to ask for an help for them.
Okay.
That is my, maybe from the
So
fund
you would
that...
mention them by asking for help for them?
Yes.
You mention to the deans about them?
Okay, I'll go and seek for my dean, that is from off-campus ladies.
Okay.
I'll ask her and ask her for some knowledgeable, some talk with her, and then so that I may be able to see and ask her about from the money that we do pay, that is the 100 Kenya shillings that we pay for the welfare fund. Maybe they may be helped with that money, they pay their rent, and maybe they get to separate from them, so that maybe each and everyone should stay maybe into a room only, not being the two of them in the same room.
Okay.
So from the fund that we pay, I can propose that that money to be used so that they pay their rent and their basic needs to be catered for.
Okay. You keep taking us back to the welfare fund. I told you guys to go and ask what is the welfare fund for, but you're forcing me to tell you this welfare fund is actually for bereaved students. If you've lost a loved one, a close relative, can be a brother, can be a sister, a mother, can be a father, or a very immediate sibling, relative, then this is the money that is used for that business. So the issue of using this money to pay for food to help them is not there. The welfare fund is specifically for the bereaved. So when I'm asking for what would you do, please don't mention on the welfare because it's not part of that money. So let's take someone else. Faith?
Well, the first thing you can do is to talk to them.
Okay.
You talk to them, you know their views, know if they can find a way to, well, if are these students caught in the action or something?
Well, you have found two students of
Yeah, you
different
have found
gender
living together. But they're
Yes.
not cohabiting.
And this lady, you found them. You're the one who found them. They're not copied. They're not doing anything.
Yeah.
But they're staying in the same house. And you have actually maybe visited them. And you find him coming to the bed, getting into the bed. This one is comes to the house, maybe changes from the other side, and you ask them, "Oh, are you guys living together?" And that is how you came to find out that they're actually living together. So you, as a senator, what steps or actions would you take after they've explained to you that, oh, we're staying together because, I'm from poor background, maybe challenged financially, and so we're staying together. So, as a senator, what actions would you take? That's what I'm asking.
These students are not cohabiting.
I
They're
don't
just
know.
staying together.
I don't know. You found
Yeah.
out that they're staying together.
Yeah. So the first is to talk to them. If there are no relationship between them, you find a place for the one person to move and stay with the other the same gender. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jennifer?
Yeah, like you happen to meet these students staying together, and after interrogating them, they launch to you that we are staying together simply because of the maybe rent issue, maybe food. Like for me, the best action I can do, because I'm senator of campus ladies, and my what made me to go for the seat was because of the interest, the plea, and the concern of these students. I need to take an action, and the first action is I won't allow these students to live together because they are of opposite gender, even if they are relative, even if they are from same whatever. But my concern is I won't allow them to live together. I will seek for a place for the other person to stay, or like we have some, like if she's a girl, I will investigate and inquire for a friend or a girl that is willing and ready to stay with this girl, so that they now share, because she cannot live alone. And the boy, I could also interrogate for another boy or another gentleman that they can stay together for cause sharing, because if I depart each one from each other, the person who will be left won't pay that amount of rent that they agreed, because let me say they are paying 3,000, and when they're staying together they'll pay 1,500, and we can take the one person from that house, the remaining one won't pay the rest of the money. So the best action is to look for two people who are of the same gender with the girl, and she stays with her. Then the gentleman, I also look for another gentleman that he will agree to stay with the person to assist on errand issues.
All right, thank you very much. Maybe one last question that would require your reasoning and your thinking. We have so many students on off campus who suffer. Maybe they don't have school fees. In addition, they don't also have money for food. They don't have money even for anything, any basic needs. And they are really struggling. And perhaps they'll be coming to you. Of course, in their mind, maybe they'll be thinking you're paid so much, and they would expect you to actually give something for them. What proposals do you have to ensure that comrades who vote for you will not suffer off campus? What good proposals do you have to take them out of such kind of problems, whereby so that they don't come to you asking for money or going to beg? Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I heard, like for me, because it is not that what if this thing is real. These students are suffering, they don't have food. It happened while I was walking around to see the life of these students. I happened to meet one. Yeah, and she aired the grievance to me. And like she asked me that, because you are going there, please just help me. And I was in dilemma, what can I help this young lady? Because she has raised the issue to me, I have to handle it. Yeah, I took her to my room and we had some talk, and I was to help her, by the way. Yeah, and you have said, like after getting that seat, they will come claiming that we have money, we are being paid, we need to help them. And what if they come, like, let me say, like 100 students? I won't be able, 10. Yeah, even 10. I won't be able to cater for it. And then this came to my mind, and I had a proposal. Okay. That what if, not what if, my proposal is, we have those, the welfare fund that you have been mentioning earlier on before the beginning of this session. Like now we have a welfare kit to cater for them. Not necessarily that for only the sub to channel their welfare there, but anyone willing. Like we have that welfare kit of mostly churches, they normally do to visit orphanage, prison. Like we started one of that project so that we may cater for their needs. Like when a student comes, at least you can have something to offer her after going and withdrawing money from the circle. Then another one, and last one was, this student is need. By the way, and this is what I did for this girl. Like we have student work program that will cater for her, like the school fees. She can come and do some work program, but at the end of the month we have 25%, which is given to her to cater for the households or upkeeps. Okay. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Who wants to go next?
Okay, Gladys. Thank you for this question. It's a good question. According to me, for the off-campus people, those are the students, they are in matters of their basic needs, and maybe I will tackle for the rent issues. When we come to matters of rent, we've had people, those are the students, complaining about the rent that they do pay. You will find a student, maybe they are paying 3,000 per month, and to some landlords and landladies, they want the money to be paid in the whole semester. They don't want the money to be paid for per month. They don't want money in monthly basis. So what I will do, in terms of rent, what I can do, according to me, I will go and have a conversation with the administration and my fellow guys, so that we can have a talk with the landlord. Because when we come from home, as students, we have money that the pocket money that we have from home. We are being given a token of some amount. And this money, when you come with it here, you want to pay the school fees, you want to pay for the rent. And remember, for us here to close registration, you need to have 20,000 Kenya shillings and above for it to close. So you'll have to pay the school fees first. Then on the matters of rent, the landlord tells you you will have to pay for the whole semester. So this student will have to pay maybe 12,000 per the whole semester. And when you try to talk with the landlord, some of them they reject. They don't want to allow to pay them in monthly basis. And when you pay in monthly basis, you will have some more money to spend before the next month to come. Maybe you will have some more money. So according to me now, I'll be able to talk with the landlords, have a communication with the administration, so that as students, let the landlords and landladies to help us all. They allow us pay the money in monthly basis, so that this money that we give, there is no need for me to, or maybe a mere student to pay 12,000 Kenya shillings, and yet in the house he or she is starving. So it's better for us to pay at monthly basis, that is rent, and then each and every person will be able to have something to eat and to dress as well.
All right.
Yeah.
I hope my question is still original. Kindly tackle it.
Yeah, thank you. According to that question, there is a chaplaincy kit fund allocated to give the students who can't afford food or the rent issues. Most of them is to find those students, talk to them, and see them through their issues. Yeah.
Okay, so your proposal would actually to refer them to the chaplaincy kit.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you a chance, all of you. You're going to mention one challenge that is in Barasi, and talk to that voter who's looking at you right now and who's watching this video. If perhaps in the whole discussion, maybe you missed out on everything and you didn't get anything, it's your chance to redeem yourself. Look into that camera. Mention to them one big challenge that you think affects the off-campus, and tell them how you're going to tackle it. Then seek for their support, seek for their vote. Who wants to go first?
Okay.
Right, Gladys, you'll go first.
Okay, one of the major problems that students at Barasi they face, or maybe the off-campus student they face, is shortage of water. As Baraton student outside the school, they have a really shortage of water, whereby you will meet in maybe in some residents, they lack wells, which we use maybe maybe we use them to have some water in our houses. And we'll meet a situation whereby in that well there is no water. So some residents they lack water completely, and then they come maybe at midnight or maybe during the night hours. They come to Baraton University here from school. That's where they get some water for them to use. So this become a challenge whereby student, maybe you are living from all the way, maybe from a poor place, you are maybe from the Lavington, and you are coming all the way during midnight. You are coming to have some water for you to use maybe that overnight. So it becomes a challenge. And for me, what I can do is to have a representative in each and every plot, so that I may have those contacts for the landlord ladies and landlords, so that we can have a communication, as I had said earlier, with the administration. And now we have one agenda that they are going to construct wells, so that each and every plot will have some water to use. And again, you will find that in those wells, that water is so dirty. We can't drink that water. So for me, what I am going to do when I being elected as an off-campus lady senator, I'm going to work hand in hand with the administration, so that we can have more stations. At Barasi, we have only one station for fresh water that comes from school, and we need some more, maybe 2 or 3. Maybe one should be placed opposite the bakery, this building here, opposite the bakery, and the other one past Catholics Uko. And so that maybe we can have some more clean water for students to use. Yeah.
All right, thank you. You've not told that voter to vote for you. You've not.
Okay, I'm asking for your votes kindly. Vote for Gladys Nkerote. I'm here to serve you and to lead you all the way. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Gladys and Kirote. Who wants to go second?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Okay, to the voters who are listening to me, I'm Koba Jennifer, contesting for Senator of Campus Ladies. And my pledge today is to ask for your votes for the coming election. And the most challenge that we are facing outside there, this one is very big one, is about rent issues. Yeah, the rent issues has been a problem to some of us outside there, and this has alarmed my mind to go and struggle for you so that we may have a peaceful place, and the rent should be kept. We should be able to pay for it. Like as I was walking there outside there looking for how the rent is paid and how much per students, and I came across like somebody's living alone in a room and is paying more than 5,000 shillings per month, and most landlords are demanding for the payment of the whole semester. Like this semester we have 4 or 5 months, let me say 5 months, and we were paying 5,000 shillings per month, meaning per semester you are paying 25%. And remember, the school, before you close registration, they need more than 20,000 shillings before you close registration, meaning at the beginning of the semester you need to have more than 50,000 shillings, which is very difficult for us students, comrades outside there. We are from humble background where even we cannot raise to 10,000 shillings or 20,000 shillings, but at the beginning of the semester we need to have 50,000 shillings. That has alarmed my mind, and I want to go and run for you using the Tenant Agreement Act, that to alliance with the three parties, the administration, the county government, together with me as the off-campus ladies representative, we are going to have to alliance with them so that we can agree with the landlord so that we may be paying per month, not per semester. This will actually help us to cover for the school fees, for the housekeep and the rent by paying per month shilling. Let me say, like, if it is 3,000 per month, that will help us. Before another month elapse, we should be up, running down and there to find for another 3,000 shillings to pay for another month. So the voters who are listening to me, I kindly request for your vote, and I'm ready to serve for you. I'm willingly, and that zeal has driven me to go and vie for this seat so that we may work together to ensure that you are living in a safe place, and the environment is conducive to you. You are able to balance between class time and outside the school.
All right. Thank
you. I really ask for your vote. Remember, Koba Jennifer, Senator of Campus Ladies. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Koba Jennifer. Finally, let's go to Faith Toretich.
To every voter outside there, I'm Faith Toretich, and there are many issues that we are encountering outside there, and according to what they have spoken, yeah, I will cover all of them. Maybe I can talk about security issues. Going past to Mogon and to Chemundu, there's no security light, and maybe that's not the work of the administration, but aligning it with the county government and the administration, we can work it throughout, so that there are many issues of security that have arisen. There was a lady who was from the exam time. That was last semester. She was robbed when she was going to her house, of which we need to tackle that issues. We need to make sure that we are safe outside there, past after our classes, which is maybe we have our classes at nights, maybe labs. We need them to make sure our safety is right, so that we can really study well and live very comfortably at our houses. To every voter, I really plea for your vote. I believe voters are not born, but they are made, and you are the one who can lead a leader the way you want. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Faith. Thank you very much, Gladys. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Ladies and gentlemen, on the other side, if you're watching, you've listened to these beautiful ladies. They've spoken out what they had to speak. They have tried to show solutions to several problems that you may be having. You've heard them and you've judged them. Like they say, leaders are chosen by God, but you have the power to go and cast your vote for one of them. Unfortunately, it's going to be one. They're all good, but you know who is better. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the exclusive panel right at Baraton TV. My name is Arasen Oksinde. Don't move away because postgraduate studies is going to be coming up right next. So sit back, relax. For these beautiful ladies, good night. For me, I'll be going out. Also have a good night, but we'll meet here also tomorrow at 7:45. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back in a very short while. Thank you very much, ladies.
Live from the University of Eastern Africa, Baraton, this is Baraton TV, here and hereafter.
Praise God. My name is Pastor Fidelis Chuma, the President, East Nairobi Field. We are happy to be here today. And what we are talking about is about a forthcoming fundraiser in aid of one of our institutions, the University of East African Baraton. East African Baraton is our institution members, and it has been blessed by having so many students as we speak now. And the biggest challenge that we are facing is that we have a deficit of facilities to house our students, institutions to have our students have classes. So here we are appealing that on the 5th of March, we all join hands to support our institution. On the 13th, we are going to have a mega fundraiser where all members from our churches in Kenya will join hands to raise funds to put up these facilities and bless our institution. So we are appealing to each and every member, kindly spare just something small, at least 300 Kenya shillings in aid of our university. And these are one-off fundraiser. We raise this, we put up these facilities, and our university will be up high and flying. So may God bless you as you plan to contribute on the 5th of March 2022. And all of us visit Baraton on the 13th to take our funds and support our institution. So may God bless you as you plan to support this worthy cause. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Use the paybill number 4079813 to channel your contribution. The account number is your name. You can as well use KCB's Kapsabet branch account number 1289736421 to channel your contribution in shillings, and KCB's Kapsabet branch account number 1289999147 to channel your contribution in dollars.
Not too long ago, if you wanted to share the gospel about Jesus, you relied on 3 methods: your words, actions, and literature. However powerful these main methods are, today we're often limited by barriers which restrict our ability to deliver our messages of hope. I'm talking especially about inaccessibility to people due to modern-day regulations and restrictions. Yet, if a missionary from the 1800s came to life today and had a chance to experience the technology we have, they would be amazed. Imagine their reaction at seeing people from opposite sides of the world, thousands of miles apart, able to communicate face-to-face in real time. Today, how can we take advantage of this same available technology to carry our ministry to the next level? So I want to invite you to be part of this initiative that is changing the course of history. It's time to grow your wonderful talents in this new era of communication. Use your computer, your phone, your camera to gain access to thousands and give hope to those in need of the light of Christ.
This is our time.
It's our time.
It's our time.
This is our time.
It's our time.
Este es nuestro tiempo.
It's our time.
It's our time. It's our time.
Agora chegou a nossa vez.
It's our time.
It's our time. Sharpen your skills and make a difference in this world.
Live from the University of Eastern Africa, Baraton. This is Baraton TV. Here and hereafter.
Well, a very good evening from wherever you're watching us from. This is Baraton TV, and this is the exclusive panel interview. My name is Jared Onyango, and with me in studio is my co-host, and I will allow her to introduce herself.
I am Atieno Ashley, and I'm so glad we are here today because these are the people who said we are asking them simple questions. We are about to find out if they're simple enough for them to answer.
In studio, we are joined with two gentlemen, and I will allow them to introduce themselves. I will start from my far right.
Thank you. My name is Benedict Muthiani. I come from the Department of Management, taking Masters in Business Administration, Accounting and Finance.
Well, thank you. My name is Getuba James from the School of Education, taking a master's degree in Education Administration.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming. Now let's just begin on a light note. What brings you here today? We start with you, Benedict.
Thank you. One of the reasons that has brought me here today is because I'm vying for the position of postgraduate representative in the university this coming SABU elections. Thank you.
What brings you here today?
For the same reasons, and as well because it was a courtesy call to come, and we also thank you that you have given us a chance to give out and air our views to master's students who are and PhD students who are going to vote in this forthcoming election.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Now I want us to go straight to the point and start this interview. I want to test your knowledge on the handbook, starting with you, James. Are postgraduate students subjected to the student handbook?
To some extent, yes.
And if yes, or rather, just a minute, let me go to him first to get his point. Are postgraduate students subjected to the handbook?
Yes. They are students as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if your answer is yes, this is my next question. If a postgraduate student is found guilty of cohabitation with an undergraduate student, what action can possibly be taken in a disciplinary committee? We begin with you.
Thank you for the question. If the student is found guilty, the actions that are taken to any other student must be taken to the same student.
What actions are those, particularly to the postgraduate?
They can be suspended for some little time, if that is what is required to be done that particular time.
James.
Well, I can say that first and foremost that will be uncalled for, considering it is viewed that people in postgraduate level are fairly mature, but usually man is to error, and in such cases they will be subjected to disciplinary action.
So you agree?
I said to some extent.
Okay, thank you so much, James. Now, still on the matter of handbook, why should a postgraduate student be punished on the above offense and not be punished on attending the university appointment as required by the handbook in chapter 5? Or is the law biased? We begin with you, James.
Okay, in most cases, people in postgraduate, people who are working and people with families and who have other duties, and most especially because most of the studies are done online. Okay?
Yeah, I want to cut you there and ask you a similar question. Previously, our question was on cohabiting, and to some extent, you agreed with it, right?
Uh-huh.
And now, to this one, you say that postgraduate, they have their families. Does it mean that someone who has a family is not allowed to cohabitate with the wife? Or what exactly do you mean?
Well, unless I understand you wrong, if you have a family, you cannot cohabit with your wife.
I know that.
And on this other issue, that's what I'm trying to tell you, that people in postgraduate studies, most people are people who are working already, and their classes are online. So will you ask them to come to the university? Someone is in Nairobi, someone is in Uganda. Will you ask them to come to the university to attend church?
So you agree the law is not biased?
Let me interrupt you. Just before we continue, we had issues in COVID-19 where we were supposed to attend church online. Doesn't the university offer online church services, whereby after attending the church service, you were to comment with your school ID?
If you can compare the two cases, you know, on one hand, these other students are full-time students, and on the other hand, these are usually, more often than not, part-time students. So you cannot require of them, you know, to be able to attend church like the rest, most especially because they are far, and that has been the trend ever since.
Benedict.
Yes.
We do not think we get James correctly. We have Baraton online church services, which you can attend while you are at work. I mean, it just takes 1 hour, not too much of your time. Plus, you attend your classes online. Do you agree with him?
To some extent, I agree with him on this matter. Postgraduates, most of them are allowed to attend classes in the evenings. And from the culture that I found here in Baraton, they are not required to take appointments. They are mature people. So they attend church where they are. Assuming someone is in Congo attending online class in the evenings, the timeline there, time zone is different. So it's from the culture that I found here, they will attend the classes and they will still attend their churches at their respective places, not required to give appointments. I hope I have answered the question.
So the law is biased?
It is not. Those who are physically on campus are required to give appointments.
But I can be on campus, but at the same time I'm hustling outside.
That's true. But for postgraduates, the culture that is around here only subjects undergraduates and diplomas and the others to issue those physical appointments in church. Even while those few who could be around here for postgraduates, they will attend church, but they will not be required to give the appointments. And the law is not biased based on that. Because you may find some of the postgraduates are our lecturers. Will you require our lecturer to give appointments in church? Definitely not. I hope I have answered the question.
Yes. So I heard you had revised, and you had revised a lot. I want to test your knowledge on the sub-constitution. So let us dive in straight to the point. According to sub-constitution, what is standing orders? And I would like you to give the rules that regulate proceedings in an orderly manner in the Congress. I will start with you, James.
Well, standing orders are orders issued by the Speaker in Congress, which you are supposed to abide by. Also, it is expected that some members will raise issues from time to time. And in this time, they'll raise their issues based on the standing orders. Now, you shouldn't expect me to be able to, list each and every one of the standing orders. Since I've not been in Sabu before, maybe our friend Benedict, who has been in Sabu before, is well conversant with the same.
So you are admitting to not reading the Constitution?
The standing orders is different from the Sabu Constitution.
Okay. Benedict, help your brother.
Thank you. Standing orders are part of the Constitution, and these are guidelines that guide the procedures or the operations of the Congress. These are the ways in which, if the Speaker wants to communicate to the members of the Congress, or anyone wants to raise any matter from the Congress, these are the guidelines that bring in that good way of communicating between the Congress members and the Speaker. And so they are part of the Constitution. If I have to give an example, if a Congress member wants to raise any matter, he will start by saying, Mr. Speaker, as an example. That is the official term that is used in the Congress while responding to the Speaker. Yeah, I think that is enough.
Okay, gentlemen, I want us now to tone it a bit down. Why do you think you're the best individual fit for this position? We begin with you, James.
It's fair to say that I'm best suited for this position. First and foremost, I've interacted with most comrades doing postgraduate, and I have been able to get a hint of their grievances. So then I'm asking to go and represent their grievances in Congress and to the administration as well. Also, because since these problems have been there before, and we have been having a member of Parliament for postgraduate studies, and he has not been able to address the same. So maybe it is a turn for a fresh mind to go and articulate these problems to give tangible solutions.
Benedict, why do you think you're the best individual fit for this position?
Thank you. I believe I am the best candidate because I know the challenges that postgraduates are facing. I know which office to go or who to see so as the challenges can be sorted. And I know the challenges that may even incur in future and how to solve them. And so a leader is a person who finds solutions to any problem that comes the way. So a leader should lead. And I feel through this, I am the best candidate to get this position and do what is required.
Benedict, you're talking about these challenges. Could you mention one challenge you're facing as postgraduate students and how you plan to solve these challenges once you're elected?
There is one key challenge concerning delayed grades and delayed programs. An example is a student takes an exam and the grade would come way months later. There is new leadership in terms of the director for postgraduates. And we've started talking about how to get the solution to this, that by the time students register and do their exams, they are graded the same time as the undergraduate students. We've also gone further to say the time that someone should take to graduate, which is 18 months. And it is practical because timetables are in place. It's only awaiting the timetable to be followed and everything comes to be in place. I think I've mentioned an example of the problems and the way it will be sorted out.
James, how about you?
Okay, it is thought of that every postgraduate student maybe is financially well off, okay? But it came to my realization not every one of them is able to, cater for their tuition comfortably. So there are some students who are on work program, but you realize the rates are very, very low. And these are people who have trained before. These are people with degrees, okay, so to say. So it is very unfair that the wages they are being paid is very low. So in this case, I'm going to lobby and persuade so that at least a reasonable amount can be given to the same.
Okay, good. So I think we are done for the day. I would like you to look at that camera and speak to your voters. We start with Benedict.
Thank you. My plea to my people is to give me this chance, and I'll do my best to ensure my manifesto and what I'm planning for them comes to be true. May God bless you all.
James.
I'll need to say that time to recycle leaders who have not been able to address grievances is over, and it's now time for change. Time to bring a new, fresh mind into business so that we can be able to see tangible solutions going forward. So I'm your best bet as the Senator for Postgraduate Studies. So I'm asking you, come election day, come in numbers and vote for James Getuba to represent your grievances. Thank you.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, James and Benedict, for showing up. It has really been nice hosting you tonight. Now, there is where we wrap it up for tonight. Until tomorrow, same time, same place. My name is Jared Onyango.
And I am Martino Ashley.
Have a good night.
Live from the University of Eastern Africa, Baraton, this is Baraton TV.